Should tougher measures be taken in tracking homeless sex offenders?
The question comes after our exclusive report on convicted child rapist Taryn Hardgrove. He's a sexual predator who lists a spot under a downtown overpass as his home. Local 12's Larry Davis is live with what authorities admit is a very real problem. Larry?
Hi, Rob. Well, many people heading to the Reds game tonight have no idea that there's a registered sex offender living in this homeless camp beneath Fort Washington Way. At least he is supposed to. Now, he and others who are homeless are transient people, and it really makes it tough to decide whether or not they are complying with the law. This is the sex offender notification some downtown residents received concerning Taryn Hardgrove. He listed this homeless camp off of Pete Rose Way as his address. But street people we spoke with recently say they haven't seen him in a while. That's concerning to Adrian Simpson.
For the safety of all pedestrians, I think we need to track them some way, because if I'm walking around and you're telling me someone's an offender, I mean, that jeopardizes my safety.
People should know where Hardgrove is. He has a lengthy record. He served time for the rape of an 11-year-old girl in Price Hill, posing as a police officer to lure his victim to a cemetery where the attack took place. Hardgrove also went to prison for assaulting a police officer and for failing to notify authorities of a change of address, a requirement of sex offenders. But authorities acknowledge tracking homeless sex offenders is tough.
If they reside at a residence, at a home, certainly that's easy. They can give us their address. However, if they are homeless, that can be quite a nightmare trying to verify their location.
Hamilton County Sheriff's Office spokesman Mike Robinson says registered sex offenders who are homeless are supposed to be very specific about telling deputies where they live, whether it's under an overpass or an alley. Still, it's tough to track.
Unless we receive a tip that they have moved, which again, move is relative to, a lot of these individuals are on the move quite often, and with the limited resources that we have, that is something that we do the very best we can.
Should more be done to track homeless sex offenders like Taryn Hardgrove?
I think definitely there needs to be something to keep to track these individuals for our safety.
And Rob, the sex offender notification for Taryn Hardgrove lists his address as a homeless bridge under the I-71 overpass off of Pete Rose Way or Fort Washington Way. That's a rather expansive area here. It could be here, maybe another couple of hundred yards down the street here, or even behind us here off of Broadway Street. But it is not specific as you would find in, say, a neighborhood notification, which might give you a numerical address of 435 Main Street, if you will. Live in downtown Cincinnati, Larry Davis, Local 12 News. Rob, back to you.
Larry, has anybody seen this guy in a while?
No. We recently talked to some people down here at the camp, showed them his picture, and they said, yep, we've seen him, but we haven't seen him in a while. They think he's somewhere else in town, but they have no idea where he is.
Yeah, that's a problem. Larry, thanks very much. One Florida judge has an idea for tracking homeless sex offenders. Martin County Sheriff William Snyder wants lawmakers to force them to wear a GPS monitoring device. He says the additional cost is worth knowing where sex offenders are at all times.